All right, welcome back to Higher Self Wellness with Alec Hurley. This is Alec Hurley, your host, and boom, welcome back to the podcast. If you are new, welcome to the show. This is a show where we explore living a life in balance and harmony and in flow with nature, with ourselves, with our spirit. And if you're returning, welcome back. So grateful that you're here listening, tuning in, and if you are watching on this little video here, all right, what's up? This is the first one. Adding in a video component to this as well, just to mix it up, make things a little fun. So today, I want to talk about obstacles, our vision, objections, transformation, actions, all that stuff. Because we all know things that we could be doing or that we should be doing to begin to reach the goals that we want to reach, to experience the type of life that we really want to experience. And there's always going to be stuff in the way. There's always going to be these opposing forces, and we should expect them. We should expect it as part of the process. So, what is it that you really want to do? First off, I want to bring you through this process, and this is a process. This is a book from Dan Sullivan, and this is about his strategy circle. And he calls it a strategy circle to meet the goals that you really want to meet. So, let's do it. First off is getting clear on your vision. That is the state of experience that you deserve to embody, the state of experience that you really want to meet. And this could be a goal, you can think of it as like that. Write it down, getting clear on what your vision is, what your goal is, what that desired outcome really is. And then thinking about the path, thinking about getting to that goal, getting to that vision, getting to that state of experience. What are the things that are going to come up in the way, in between you and in between that vision? So we call these objections, we call these obstacles, and getting clear on what those things are. So like thinking ahead, okay, I want to lose some weight. What's going to come up between the process of what I'm experiencing now and then the desired amount of weight that I want to lose? Getting clear on those, writing them down. Those are your objections, your obstacles. And you want to get ready to lean into those obstacles. So from there, we have the transformational process of like, okay, what is it going to be like moving through those obstacles? And you also want to get clear on action steps. So action steps to begin the process. So when it comes to doing the things that we know that we need to be doing to upgrade the type of our life, we can find objections around time, around money, and this is I don't have enough time to do this or implement this or to try that, I'm too busy, or I don't have the money to buy the healthy food, I don't have the money to hire a coach or to see a nutritionist, so on and so forth. So we can find these objections. These objections are going to come up. We should expect them as part of the process. And we can also find obstacles between us, between you and the things that you know that you need to do to meet your goals. So these obstacles can be ignorance, not knowing why it's important, not knowing what it is, not knowing how to do it, not knowing when to do it. It could be a desire, an opposing desire or misaligned desire. Also an aversion, a dislike, a hatred against something, and you don't really know why. So we want to get really clear on these obstacles. We want to get clear on how they show up, what they are, what they look like, so you can lean into them, so you can move through them, so you can begin to learn from them and use that learning as fuel to meet your desired outcome, to do the things that you know that you need to be doing. This is the process of transformation. So right, that third step, we have the vision, we have the objections, and then leaning into those objections, meeting them, greeting them. That is part of the transformational process, to meet and greet and respond to all of that shit that comes up when it comes up. And not in a way that feeds the aversions, but rather in a way that welcomes them and sees them as opportunities to learn. Again, the transformational process. How to learn from them, and then how to do things a little bit differently so that you can realign back with that long-term vision. So, process of transformation. Turn your objections into objectives. Simple shift here. And I'm going to use the weight analogy. So your objection might look something like this. I can't lose the weight because I don't know how to cook healthy food. I can't lose the weight because I don't know what I need to eat. Shift that objection into an objective, something to accomplish. So in order for me to lose some weight, I need to learn how to cook some healthy food. In order for me to lose some weight, I need to learn how to choose the foods that are more aligned with that desired state that I want to experience for my body. So, what are your objections around beginning to make the changes that you know that you need to make? I want you to write them down. I want you to share them. You can share them, you can email them to me, you can share them with your friends, share them with somebody, because sharing them with somebody helps us get clear and it helps us really ground in what it is that we're trying to accomplish. And it also holds us accountable. So it's like we don't just write it down and it becomes some lofty idea that just blows away with the wind at the next season and you're just like, oh, forget about that, whatever. I'm going to try something else now. It's like, no, get clear on it. Write it down, share it, have some accountability so you can begin to reach the goals that you want to reach. So, objections. They can look like something like this, right? So if it's an outdated or misaligned desire, maybe around the weight thing, maybe it's just that, oh, I love going out to eat at fancy restaurants and spending a lot of money and really just having these very elaborate experiences that can be quite pleasurable, but it's not aligned with the type of life that you really want to experience. Is it an aversion to this or to that? Think like maybe a regular bedtime or routine, and that there's a belief, an aversion that those things limits your ability to be spontaneous and to do the things that are like fun and spontaneous. Is that true? Is that a belief? Maybe it's ignorance around the importance of supporting yourself in the various ways for a life of longevity and a life of happiness and connection. So asking these questions, getting really clear on what it is, what's going on here. And we can see this, how these objections and these obstacles, they can be part of the evolutionary process. When we, again, meet them, when we greet them, when we embrace them, when we show up and honor them to say like, hey, all right, I see you. Yep, you're coming up again. Let's move through it. What's an action step? What is an action step I have written down that is for this specific obstacle when it arises? And again, after you write this stuff down, after you share it, this is part of the commitment to the objective, shifting the objection into an objective. This is part of the commitment process. So don't be afraid to ask for help when needed. Don't be afraid to reach out to whoever it is that you shared these desired outcomes with, your visions. Ask them for help when you need it. Be like, hey, these objections, this obstacle, this is coming up again, I'm having an adverse reaction to this and I really don't want to do this. I don't know why. That's part of the process. Again, leaning into these things, having somebody you can have for support, really going to help out. So what I want you to do is to write down your main vision. And again, that state of experience that you deserve to embody, this thing that you really want to experience. Get clear on your objections, those things that are in the way between you and that state of experience. Get ready to lean into them. Use those obstacles and objections as fuel to access that state, access that end result. And then get clear on the action steps to begin the process. So you're just mapping out all this stuff, confronting. It's like, hey, I want to drive across the country. You pull out the map, you say, all right, I'm going to stop here and there. We're going to need to get gas, right? That's an objection or an obstacle. Like, all right, we're going to need to stop here. So we need to plan ahead. And we have this amount of gas left. You just know what's going to happen along the process, and it makes it a little more smooth. So get clear on those action steps. Get clear on the entire process. Map it out. Explore it. Write it down. Share it with somebody. Become accountable. And if you would like some guidance around doing this, you can schedule a complimentary chat with me where I will help you through this entire process of finding some clarity on all this stuff. Getting clear and ready to experience all that shit that comes up, because you know it's going to come up. I know it's going to come up. It always comes up. So we may as well learn how to meet it, to greet it, and then how to respond to it a little more smoothly. So I hope this finds you well. I know I missed last week's podcast, and this week coming to you short and sweet. And I hope this inspires you to begin to take action. And again, if you're inspired right now, go ahead and take action. Schedule a chat with me. It's completely free where we can go through and explore, and I can help you through this process of mapping it all out and seeing what it looks like. All right, so a couple of end of the episode housekeeping notes. Newsletter, sign up for it if you're not on there already. Articles, recipes, meditations, all the stuff that I share on there, things that I find valuable. And I'm not going to share anything that I don't find valuable, anything that I'm not already doing myself or am beginning to apply for my own life. Free meditations, all that stuff, find them on the website, www.higherself.yoga. You can start your morning right video series to integrate your mind and your body first thing in the morning to start moving through your day with purpose, in alignment, and again, meeting, greeting, expecting those objections, expecting the obstacles to arise. When you have these practices in place, like we explore in the Start Your Morning Right Challenge video series, this just already, it sets the tone for the day so you can meet and greet those things as they arise and move through them a little more gracefully. So before I talk myself to death any further, I'm super grateful you tuned in today. Thank you for the reviews. If you haven't had a chance to do so yet, I really appreciate taking the time, just a couple of minutes, maybe even 30 seconds, to write a quick review, rate the show, hit subscribe, and continue supporting each other. You can also join the free closed Facebook group. Find me over there on the Facebook, Alec Hurley, Higher Self Wellness with Alec Hurley. Send me a message on Instagram. You can email me, alec@higherself.yoga. I want to keep these conversations going. I want them to be open-ended. I want these conversations to evolve and to help you along the process because, coming at it from kind of a selfish way, it helps me grow and it helps me evolve as well. And the more we can help ourselves, the more we can evolve ourselves, the better we can then show up to help others. So put your own oxygen mask on first. Do this map. Hit me up. All right. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are in time and space. Take care. Much love to you.